But wait, all this work and slow results. So this is a common thing that keeps getting said to us from our clients and so forth. And so we said, man, we've got to address this because we know what this feels like. We were going through this exact process, working our asses off, and just the results don't match what was happening when we were in our 20s.
We experienced this when we kind of had a break on our roller coaster of growth for a second and started to reorganize things. And we were like, wait, we have to actually be good role models of health and fitness. We have to start, working out consistently, eating consistently, and just getting things back in check in our lives and not look like our before pictures. So that's when we started noticing, like, wait, like shit's different. Like, it's not the same as when you're 16 and 20 years old. And for me, it was just such a big eye opener because it was my late 20s. And I was like, wow, if I'm experiencing this kind of slowdown and this fighting against aging going on in my late 20s, like, of course, women and men, but of course, women in their 40s and 50s need help with this kind of stuff.
Right, exactly. So as an example, we have a VP of Victoria's Secret who's in her mid 40s. She's always jet setting around, traveling a lot with business. Obviously with retail, they're always overseas. And so coming and going. Well, we helped her lose 50 pounds. And then she gained some of it back. And she did that in the past 15 years that she's worked with us. And now when she went to lose weight, she dropped 2 pounds. So she just was so frustrated. And we said, okay, you're going to be one of the guinea pigs as well when we actually start to get involved more with supplementation and so forth. Our CEO and founder is a former pro athlete. He also graduated from Harvard Business School. And so we use a lot of his connections and colleagues at Harvard Business School to help with all of our research and also with the sourcing and so forth. And that's how we got connected with our pharmaceutical grade lab for the natural supplementation.
Weight stuck, don't know what to do. This is something that we hear over and over and over and over again. And your weight is stuck and it's hormonal when it's not just when you try to do a diet and you can't lose weight on it, or you start working out and you can't lose weight. Even the lack of motivation and too much hunger and the inability to stick to a diet, those are also signs that your hormones are thrown off. And I know from personal experience, if your hormones are thrown off, there's no fighting your hormones. So there's just a certain level of hunger that hormones create that you cannot fight and you cannot diet through. And there's really no use in fighting it, because even if you are starving and making yourself hungry and getting through, you're not going to see any progress on the scale. So we have to fix the hormones. We have to hormonal situations going on in the body that's keeping your weight stuck and keeping a lot of your behavior stuck as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you can see here, dull, sluggish, lethargic, irritable, weak physically, bloated, all that. Those are all symptoms. So after years of research and failed diets, slow metabolism, we were thinking, my God, there's probably hundreds of reasons why this is happening. Then sure enough, we kept boiling it down, and the same answer kept coming up. It was hormones. And so when those hormones get really out of whack, typically as a female, I remember my hormones really started getting crazy right after about 34, 35, 37 for sure. Then another big surge happened at 42, 43. So hormones really do go into peaks and valleys. And so they have a lot of different fluctuations all the way until we hit the menopause and the andropause. So you don't just wait until you're at menopause and andropause. There are several different hormone fluctuations all along the way to the journey of that.
And mine have always been hugely
crazy
connected to stress.
Yeah.
Like every time that I go through a really stressful life event, it ends up throwing all my sex hormones off. And then that's connected to all of your feel-good hormones, all those neurotransmitters, everything that makes you feel like you have a healthy sense of well-being.
Yeah.
And then all your energy levels, and then all of your fat storage versus fat burning hormones are connected to all of that.
Absolutely. And so since I've known her since she was 16, absolutely. Even the hormones of puberty and all that, all those hormones are all impacting all of us every day. So HGH decreases with aging. So unless you get your HGH back on track and get the proper amount back in your body, you're going to lose this battle over and over. And this is exactly what we've proven in our own bodies, and we've seen it with our clients for so many years. And so we finally said, let's do more research on supplementation.